Alright, what's up guys? This is Grant. Welcome to my channel. So today for my first video we are comparing naked whey versus the naked pea, but I don't have it, so we got some vegan going. So we are comparing whey protein versus vegan protein. So let's get right into it. So as someone that uses vegan protein regularly, I feel like I should cover this topic, as oftentimes what I see is that people think that vegan protein is seen as inferior to the whey counterparts. A study by Amy Banaszak and colleagues researched the effects of whey versus vegan protein on various performance-related tasks, such as 1 rep max on squat and deadlift, as well as various muscle size measurements. So they concluded that there aren't really any statistically significant differences between both protein sources. Even though the study was limited by a smaller sample size, I think this makes a whole lot of sense. After all, protein is protein. So I know that some people might bring up the question of, is the bioavailability of each protein matter? Well, I think that in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't. So the scientific literature doesn't support a statistically significant difference between the effects of whey versus vegan protein as far as bioavailability is concerned. And what I find a lot of the time is people tend to focus 90% of their attention on 10% of the results. And I think that this is backwards. It should be that people focus 90% of their attention on 90% of the results, or even 100% of their attention on 100% of the results. And I would focus more on the basics that are needed for muscle hypertrophy and strength, such as adequate protein intake, solid nutritional balanced diet, enough sleep, as well as a good training plan. I think when comparing protein's effectiveness, I think it's really important to look at the amino acid profile of each protein. And for this comparison, I will be using Naked Nutrition's whey protein versus their pea protein. I don't have the pea protein here, but I will put it up on the screen for you to reference. So when looking at these side by side, the only real difference is the absence of the hydroxyproline in the pea protein. However, if you have a nutritionally balanced diet, I don't think this is much of an issue, as you should be getting enough protein in your diet anyways. However, hydroxyproline is harder to come by in plant-based diets. If you want to get your hydroxyproline from a plant source, you can eat something such as a certain fruit, especially ones that are rich in vitamin C. And for any vegan that is concerned about having a hydroxyproline deficiency, I don't think it is much of an issue, especially because hydroxyproline is a non-essential amino acid, meaning you don't need to supplement it with your diet. And someone like myself that eats pretty much zero dairy, but still eats meats on a regular basis, I think you should be okay as well. And I get my hydroxyproline from things such as eggs and various meat sources, which I do eat on a regular basis. Other than that, looking at the two proteins side by side, they generally have the same amount of amino acids per serving. So some people may argue that plant-based proteins are less effective due to the lower amount of BCAAs in each, especially leucine. As we know from the literature, leucine is one of the main amino acids driving muscle hypertrophy. While the pea protein is lower in leucine, as you can see based off the two labels, it's only 235 milligrams less, which when looking at both proteins as a whole, isn't that much of a difference. The two also have similar amounts of isoleucine, as well as very similar amounts of valine. So something that really stuck out to me, however, is the difference in arginine between the two. As I looked at the different labels, I saw that there was around 1800 milligrams difference between arginine versus whey and pea protein, which is a lot. But when looking at this deeper, it does make a lot of sense. Vegetables are known for having a good amount of nitrogen in them, specifically nitric oxide, which, as we know, is responsible for giving you a better pump, and I know we all love a good pump. I've also seen various vegan bodybuilders talk about beet powder and juice as their means of getting their nitric oxide for the gym. And just, if you're looking into it, it is great, as they have seen great results, but it does taste absolutely terrible. This one is organic beetroot powder. There's no added sugar in it. It's terrible. Don't get it. But if you want to, I mean, get a sick pump, so why not, you know? But anyways, I think if you have a nutritional diet that's balanced, and you're also taking a pre-workout that has a nitric oxide booster in it, I don't think you need to have anything like a beet powder or anything like that. I think the differences will be negligible. Also, keep in mind that I only looked at one protein source, being pea protein, but a lot of vegan protein powders now use a blend of proteins. For example, this one from Ghost, which by the way is amazing. But this one from Ghost has a blend of 3 proteins. So the 3 proteins are pea protein concentrate, which is 80%, 70% organic pumpkin protein, and 75% watermelon seed protein. So moving on to the digestion side of things, I know a lot of people have problems with whey protein and its ability to digest. I know a lot of people have bloating issues, myself included. I swear, if I eat anything, I get bloated. It's terrible. But anyways, I think if you're looking for an option that will not give you bloating or less bloating, that will be easier to digest, stick with vegan. I think it's a lot better, especially for people that have acne. I know I suffer with acne, especially from dairy. I think dairy is the main cause for my acne, and I know for a lot of you it's the same. So if you want to get ready for acne, but you still want to make some sick gains, pick up some vegan. I think it'll be really helpful for you. Alright, what is up guys? This is Grant from the future. So when I was recording this, I realized I forgot to put in a conclusion, and those are important, you know, so I will put one up on the screen right now. So, you should buy vegan protein if you have a dairy allergy or intolerance, you suffer from dairy-caused acne such as myself, you want more arginine because arginine is cool, you know, or if you're vegan, because, you know, if you're vegan you probably shouldn't buy whey protein, obviously, or if you're not vegan, you know, if you're not vegan, you can buy whey, you can buy vegan, you can buy whatever you want because you're not vegan, or if you want to, because if you don't want to, don't buy the protein. It's just common sense, you know. And if none of these apply to you, or you just feel like buying whey protein, then buy whey protein. There are no rules. So, that said, let's get right back to the video. Alright, so I will leave a few links for some vegan protein powders that I really love in the description. I would recommend that you check them out. I think they're amazing. One of them is Ghost. Definitely pick up the pancake batter one. I use it for pancakes and smoothies and pretty much everything. I put it in everything and it's amazing, so check it out. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope as I keep doing these videos I'll get used to it and hopefully be able to deliver better content for you. So if you enjoyed this and got something out of it, like, subscribe, hit every button on the screen, all that good stuff, and click the bell button so you don't miss any future videos from me. Hopefully I will get one out within the next week. So, oh, and I need views. I need views. Lots of views. So let me know if you prefer vegan. This isn't vegan. Let me know if you prefer whey or vegan protein in the comments. Looking forward to hearing what you guys think about it. So, with that said, I'm ending the video now. Pause.